Hey everyone, welcome to Kim Yin Yoga. I'm Kim and this is my yoga practice. Today I'm going to run you through a sequence for the lower back. Let's start out flat on the mat. The key to today is moving slowly and easily between these postures. The most important thing is do no harm. So listen to your body. Come down easily, and we'll start with a full body stretch. Arms up over the head. Stretch it out. If it feels all right, go ahead and let the small of your back, your lumbar region, arch up a bit, and then bring the hands down to your sides. From here, getting situated. Get yourself situated. I'm going to go into one of my favorite moves, wiggle asana, and just do it very gently. If it hurts, don't do it. Just take your deep breaths here in shavasana. But for those who can, starting with the hips, we're just going to wiggle it out. Just gentle. It's not a big move. It's a little shimmy. The epicenter is the sacrum, maybe the tip of the coccyx, and I'm just wiggling that pelvis, allowing for alignment. If that's hurting, we're just staying here with deep breaths in shavasana. So together, deep breath in. And on the exhale, don't bring the knees up together, but first the right knee, and then the left, and then go ahead and bring your hands down. We're just helping everything out. We're being our own best support here. Find your knees, and your knees, you may want to keep them pretty far away from you, or it may feel comfortable to go ahead and bring them in towards the chest. But we're just going to roll them in some nice, easy circles. First, clockwise. 3 nice round circles clockwise, rolling over the sacrum, over the booty. Back the other way, reverse that circle. Deepening your breath with every moment. And then go ahead and keep the toes together and allow for these circles to get larger if it still feels okay. Again, if it's starting to feel like too much, go back to some smaller circles, just even like this, which focuses on the sacrum, which can be very nice. Okay, reverse that circle if you're wide-kneed, toes together. Toes can kind of grab each other. They like that. All right. And deep breath in. To the degree that feels good, we're just going to bring the knees towards the chest. Again, it may be up here. It may be down closer. And we're just come up into a little hedgehog. So the nose comes up towards the knees. It may not reach. You may not reach your feet. You might be out here. That's totally fine. Just find your hedgehog shape. And then we'll just exhale it out. Knees, just let them fall flat on the mat. And from here, we're going to do cat-cows. That sounds crazy, but they're going to be reclined cat-cows. And I'm going to use my feet as a little bit and my hands as a fulcrum. So when I go drop the sits bones and tilt the pelvis for, this up so you can see, for cow, I'm pushing my knees forward, and it's almost like the heels of my feet could come, my heels could come up. And then the heels go down for cat, and now I'm pushing back like I'm heading you don't go into a full bridge, but I'm heading towards the bridge. I might even lift my tailbone right up off the mat and then settle it into flat back on the mat. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're just going to let it all go into cow. Inhale for cat. Exhale it out. Inhale again. Exhale it out. Inhale on cow. And a final exhale to neutral spine. All right, we're going to come up to all fours and do this in real life. We're going to do this for real on all fours, cat-cow. Come up slowly, take your time. When the lower back hurts, the body's telling us something. And one of the most symbolic things it's telling us is, I don't feel supported. So let's listen to that, and even in the practice where we want to do things that help the back feel better, think about, I support you. I'm supporting you. This is the LIBRA region. LIBRA rules the kidneys and the lower spine. And Libra likes to feel like the people in their lives are supporting them. And when the back hurts, we got to be our first and most important support. Okay, we're on all fours. Fingers wide. I always bring the elbow creases together and give a little attraction there towards each other so my joints don't hyperextend. And from here, knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, I'm going to take a deep breath in, and don't exaggerate this. Like, we're not going into full cow if it hurts. Just only go to where you start to feel compression. And then exhale it out to cat. Pushing up out of the mat. And deep breath in for cow. Stop when you feel the compression. Exhale it out. And we'll do one more. Deep breath in. And then exhale back to neutral. All right, from here, turn the toes under, and we'll just come up to a modified hero pose with the foot stretch. This is just a deep breath here to feel that activation and awakening of the toes. So good for the entire spine. Deep breath here. And then exhale, exhale it out. From all fours, go ahead and, I'm scooting back, so you keep inching forward. From all fours, walk the hands forward a little bit. Lift the right leg. It's kind of that, you know, that gym move where you work the butt. It's kind of like that. And just bring it gently forward. We're going to lay it, the knee down behind, right knee behind the left wrist, and looking back here to make sure my left leg is straight. We're going into a reclined pigeon. I'm actually going to turn around so you can see my foot, because this is an important bit. Okay, so I'm here. I'm here, and where your foot goes is going to determine how it feels when you come down on the mat. So if I want more stretch in the hip, I'm going to bring my foot out at a right angle and go down from here. If you want to take it a little more easy, you adjust this dial. This is your lever. It can be tucked right against the left hip, and this move might be way too much compression for your lower back, so we don't want to do that. You might want to put your hands in front of you like this, but find where you might be able to come down to your forearms, and maybe all the way down to the mat. Find where you can relax completely in this position. And what we're doing is we're stretching out the psoas and the front of the hip, which can be just wonderful for the lower back. So we'll just be here for a couple minutes. In the yin yoga tradition, we move into the pose and find our edge. That edge is where we feel the strong sensation. And then we hold it in stillness for a period of time. And while we're here, the key is to relax everything. So relax the butt, relax the legs, relax the cat. Hi, baby. Oh, you need some yin yoga. Okay. Deep breaths here. And just melt it down. Three more long, slow, deep breaths in sleeping pigeon. Feel the back of the body rise with each breath. And empty it out. And as you exhale out the third breath, slowly come up out of it. It's really important that we don't rush the transitions, especially in yin, because we're holding the pose for a fairly long time. I like to lean into the hip that was getting activated. You might turn right around, and we'll just, for counter pose, we'll just find Dandasana. I like to tent my fingers and just actually lift my whole spine up. Settle the sits bones down. If this straight back is not comfortable for you, do your Dandasana with a little bit of reclined, or even come down on your elbows. But the idea is to let the hips be parallel to each other. So activate the legs, kneecaps up to such a degree that the heels come right off the mat. Deep breath here. And then exhale, relax everything out. You might want to just kind of... Scared I was going to call the cat in. You don't need more of them. Big noise. All right, we're going to do the other side. So let's come back to all fours. And this time from all fours, again, we're going to, maybe let's get back. We're going to walk the hands forward and a little bit, and go ahead and lift that leg up in the gym move. I don't know what else to call it. It reminds me of those days. And bring the knee forward. Left knee comes to rest right behind the right wrist. And I always look back because my leg gets askew. It can go any old angle. You might want to keep your little pigeon, your one-legged pigeon, keep your pigeon down here. Oh, in yin yoga it's called swan. Your swan leg can go down here, depending on where your hips are. If your hips are pretty open, you want to bring it up higher. Okay. And from here, again, if this is like compression out, don't hang there. Get yourself forward, and we're going to recline. You may want to put a bolster in front of you so that you might be right here and then be able to relax into it. The key, again, is to find the pose. Find your edge. That means where you feel the strong sensation but no pain. It's just strong sensation. And then we hold it in stillness. The sleeping pigeon or sleeping swan on this side. And this is the perfect time to practice Ujjayi breath, the ocean sounds that you make with a little constriction in the back of the throat. And it invites you to take longer, slower, deeper inhales and exhales. So let's just close the eyes and go in. Follow the breath in and out. Make sure you relax your feet, relax your buttocks, thighs. Let everything melt down. Three more long, slow, deep breaths. Feel the front body, feel the side body, the back body. And as you exhale out the third and final breath, slowly, as before, come on back up, and already I'm leaning into that hip. Lean into the hip that was being stretched out. And we'll just pivot right around back to flat back. All right. The final movement we're going to do is a gentle twist. I'm going to start in Shavasana, stretch out, stretch the toes, stretch the fingertips, feel your extremities, feel how long you are, and bring the arms down. We're going to raise the right knee. Again, it doesn't have to come smushing down into the chest. Just bring it to where it's comfortable. Lace your fingers for a moment. And do knee to nose. Go ahead and bring it up. But again, it doesn't have to, you don't have to do the Inuit kiss. You can have it wherever it feels comfortable. And lay your head back down straight. And we're just going to stack the hips, roll into the twist. Now, your back may be sore, you may not want to have that knee right down flat on the floor. Get yourself a rolled up towel or bolster and let that be the support. Because what we're doing here is when you get your knee where you want it, we're thinking about both shoulder blades on the ground. The right hand may be straight out to the side, but the left hand is going to land on the top of the knee. And from here, I'm going to relax my feet, relax my pelvis, keep my nose pointed towards the ceiling, and I'm going to lift. I'm lifting, so I'm doing this move, but I'm not letting it go. So I'm lifting up, it's an isometric move, while holding the knee down. 3 deep breaths here. If you want to increase the twist, go ahead and let your head turn to the right. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, lighten up gently, slowly, that isometric of holding the knee down. Come on, find your leg, help it down. Remember, this is about support. I'm scooching myself back up to center of the mat. We'll do another knee to nose to the degree that feels right for you. And we'll switch to the other side. And again, it's all fine if it's out here. And then just lift the head. Go where your stretch feels good. My back's actually not hurting today. So maybe I should do this routine when I'm really tending to back. Howie. Alright, and we're just going to roll it on over. The left arm comes out to the side if that feels good. I'm going to use a prop on that leg if I want to lighten up that torque on the lower back. I might start out with my nose pointed to the ceiling. My hand is on top of my knee is lifting up. And I don't let it go anywhere, so it doesn't move. 3 deep breaths here. And close the eyes. As you lift up in this isometric move, you might feel spaciousness expanding through the sacrum, through the lower back, through the hip. And final deep breath in. Exhale it out. Come back to center. I'm going to bring my knees up. Go ahead and tuck your knees into your elbow creases. Grab your wrist. You can do this with the head flat. You can do it in a more hedgehog situation, bound hedgehog. And isometric, I'm pulling my knees out to the side. My sits bones are stretching left to right. I can feel this expansion in my pelvis. I'm holding everything in with my arms. Deep breath in. And exhale, exhale, exhale it out. And I'm stretching out my legs one last time. Deep breath in, point the toes, point your fingers, feel your extremities, get right out of that center of your spine and feel the extremities of your body. Hands down at your side, gentle wiggle, asana, a little wiggle it out. Deep breath in and then on stillness, shavasana. Find your deep breaths here. If this causes a little compression or pain in the lower back, lift your knees to the wide edge of the mat and let the knees knock together, and that'll change the pressure. You might also want to lift arms up like you're going to embrace the sky, and then crisscross over. Corpse pose. Let everything go. You can stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to bring my palms together in Anjali Mudra, thumbs to forehead. Blessings to your lower spine. Maybe do this every day. And give yourself the support that your body is craving. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.